ابوبکر البغدادي د دولت اسلامي فی عراق و شام رهبر و چې امریکا یې په سر 15 میلیونه ډالر جایزه ایښې وه. په سوریه، عراق او ایران کې یو شمیر سرچینو د ابوبکر البغدادي د وژل کېدو خبر ورکړی. د امریکا پوځي سرچینو رسنیو ته ویلي چې ابوبکر البغدادي تیره شپه د امریکایي پوځیانو په عملیاتو کې د سوریې په ادلیب کې وژل شوی دی. د اردن یو کارپو وایي د البغدادي وژل به د داعش په ډلې اغیزه ونه کړي.
من طبيعه هذه
د دې ډول ډلو جوړښت داسې وي چې دوی د یو رهبر په وژل کېدو ډیر نه متاثره کیږي، خو په دې کې هیڅ شک نشته دی چې دا به د دې ډلې ځینې برخې اغیزمنې کړي. دا د امریکا په راتلونکو ټاکنو کې د امریکا د ولسمشر ټرمپ لپاره هم یو بریا ګڼل کیږي.
د امریکا لخوا په پوځي عملیاتو کې د داعش د مشر د وژل کېدو خبر داسې مهال خپور شو چې امریکا د سوریې له شمال نه خپل سرتیري ایستلي او د داعش په وړاندې جګړې لپاره یې په عراق کې ځای پر ځای کړي دي.
غیر متوقع
د دې عملیاتو وخت د دقت وړ دی چې د ترکانو لخوا په سوریه کې پر کردانو له برید وروسته ترسره شو. د ځینو رسنیو له راپورونو څخه داسې څرګندېږي چې د سیمې هیوادونو یا یو سیمه ییز هیواد د دې عملیاتو په استخباراتي کار کې برخه اخیستې. د دغه هیواد نوم د داعش ډلې لخوا د انتقامي عملیاتو د مخنیوي په هدف نه دی په ډاګه شوی. زه فکر کوم چې ترکیه د استخباراتو په کار کې نقش لري.
البغدادي په 2014 کال کې د دغه ترهګرې ډلې مشر شو او خپل پهلویان به دې ته هڅول چې په ټولنیزو رسنیو د خلکو د سرپرې کولو د ویډیوګانو په ښودلو خلک وډاروي.
تاریخ به البغدادي د یو ظالم کس په توګه چې د وینې تږی و په یاد ساتي. د هغه د واکمنۍ په مهال د ډلې پراخه سیمه کنټرولوله او په شاوخوا 15 میلیونو خلکو باندې حکمرانی کوله او هر چا به چې په دې لاره کې خنډ جوړاوه وژل کېدلو به.
په 2018 کال کې د روسیې د دفاع وزارت هم ادعا وکړه چې د داعش ډلې مشر ابوبکر البغدادي ممکن په سوریې کې د مسکو په هوایي حملو کې وژل شوی وي، خو امریکایي چارواکو دغه ادعا رد کړه او ویلي وو چې دغه د اوسېدو ځای نامعلوم دی. البغدادي تر 15 کلونو وروسته د روان 2019 میلادي کال په اپریل میاشت کې په یو ویډیویي پیغام کې را څرګند شو.
Brought the world's #1 terrorist leader to justice. Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi is dead. He was the founder and leader of ISIS, the most ruthless and violent terror organization anywhere in the world. The United States has been searching for Baghdadi for many years. Capturing or killing Baghdadi has been the top national security priority of my administration. U.S. Special Operations Forces executed a dangerous and daring nighttime raid in northwestern Syria and accomplished their mission in grand style. The U.S. personnel were incredible. I got to watch much of it. No personnel were lost in the operation, while a large number of Baghdadi's fighters and companions were killed with him. He died after running into a dead-end tunnel, whimpering and crying and screaming all the way. The compound had been cleared by this time, with people either surrendering or being shot and killed. 11 young children were moved out of the house and are uninjured. The only ones remaining were Baghdadi in the tunnel, and he had dragged 3 of his young children with him. They were led to certain death. He reached the end of the tunnel as our dogs chased him down. He ignited his vest, killing himself and the 3 children. His body was mutilated by the blast. The tunnel had caved in on it in addition. But test results gave certain, immediate, and totally positive identification. It was him. The thug who tried so hard to intimidate others spent his last moments in utter fear, in total panic and dread, terrified of the American forces bearing down on him. We were in the compound for approximately 2 hours, and after the mission was accomplished, we took highly sensitive material and information from the raid, much having to do with ISIS, origins, future plans, things that we very much want. Baghdadi's demise demonstrates America's relentless pursuit of terrorist leaders and our commitment to the enduring and total defeat of ISIS and other terrorist organizations. Our reach is very long. As you know, last month we announced that we recently killed Hamza bin Laden, the very violent son of Osama bin Laden, who was saying very bad things about people, about our country, about the world. He was the heir apparent to Al-Qaeda, terrorists who oppress and murder innocent people should never sleep soundly, knowing that we will completely destroy them. These savage monsters will not escape their fate, and they will not escape the final judgment of God. Baghdadi has been on the run for many years, long before I took office. But at my direction, as Commander-in-Chief of the United States, we obliterated his caliphate 100% in March of this year. Today's events are another reminder that we will continue to pursue the remaining ISIS terrorists to their brutal end. That also goes for other terrorist organizations. They are likewise in our sights. Baghdadi and the losers who worked for him, and losers they are. They had no idea what they were getting into. In some cases, they were very frightened puppies. In other cases, they were hardcore killers. But they killed many, many people. Their murder of innocent Americans, James Foley, Stephen Sotloff, Peter Kasich, and Kayla Mueller, were especially heinous. The shocking publicized murder of Jordanian pilot, a wonderful young man, spoke to the king of Jordan. They all knew him. They all loved him. He was burned alive in a cage for all to see on the execution of Christians in Libya and Egypt, as well as the genocidal mass murder of Yazidis, rank ISIS among the most depraved organizations in the history of our world. Forced religious conversions, the orange suits prior to so many beheadings, all of which were openly displayed for the world to see. This was all that Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, this is what he wanted. This is what he was proud of. He was a sick and depraved man, and now he's gone. Baghdadi was vicious and violent, and he died in a vicious and violent way as a coward, running and crying. This raid was impeccable and could only have taken place with the acknowledgement and help of certain other nations and people. I want to thank the nations of Russia, Turkey, Syria, and Iraq, and I also want to thank the Syrian Kurds for certain support they were able to give us. This was a very, very dangerous mission. Thank you as well to the great intelligence professionals who helped make this very successful journey possible. I want to thank the soldiers and sailors, airmen and Marines involved in last night's operation. You are the very best there is anywhere in the world. No matter where you go, there is nobody even close. I want to thank General Mark Milley and our Joint Chiefs of Staff. And I also want to thank our professionals who work in other agencies of the United States government and were critical to the mission's unbelievable success. Last night was a great night for the United States and for the world. A brutal killer, one who has caused so much hardship and death, has violently been eliminated. He will never again harm another innocent man, woman, or child. He died like a dog. He died like a coward. The world is now a much safer place. God bless America. Thank you. Any questions?
When did you first hear that this was an operation was going to get started?
We've had him under surveillance for a couple of weeks. We knew a little bit about where he was going, where he was heading. We had very good information that he was going to another location. He didn't go. 2 or 3 efforts were canceled because he decided to change his mind, constantly changing his mind. And finally, we saw that he was here, held up here. We knew something about the compound. We knew it had tunnels. The tunnels were dead end for the most part. There was one we think that wasn't, but we had that covered too, just in case. The level of intelligence, the level of work was pretty amazing. When we landed with 8 helicopters, a large crew of brilliant fighters ran out of those helicopters and blew holes into the side of the building, not wanting to go through the main door because that was booby-trapped. And it was something really amazing to see. I got to watch it along with General Milley, Vice President Pence, others in the Situation Room, and we watched it so clearly.
How did you watch this?
Well, I don't want to say how, but we had absolutely perfect, as though you were watching a movie. It was that and the technology there alone is really great. A big part of the trip that was of great danger was it was approximately an hour and 10-minute flight, and we were flying over very, very dangerous territory. In fact, some of our leaders said that that could be the most dangerous, flying in and flying out. And that's why last night we were so quiet about it. We didn't say anything, and I didn't make my remark until after they had landed safely in a certain area. But the flight in, the flight out was a very, very dangerous part. There was a chance that we would have met unbelievable fire. Russia treated us great. They opened up. We had to fly over certain Russia areas, Russia-held areas. Russia was great. Iraq was excellent. We really had great cooperation. And you have to understand, they didn't know what we were doing and where we were going exactly. But the ISIS fighters are hated as much by Russia and some of these other countries as they are by us. And that's why I say they should start doing a lot of the fighting now, and they'll be able to. I really believe they'll be able to. Yes, Jennifer?
Can you say what role the Kurds played in this, just generally?
They gave us not a military role at all, but they gave us some information that turned out to be helpful, the Kurds.
And can you tell us what the role of Turkey might have been in Iraq?
Who?
What was the role of Turkey? How did they help?
Turkey, we dealt with them. They know we were going in. We flew over some territory. They were terrific, no problem. They were not problem. You know, they could start shooting, and then we will take them out, but a lot of bad things can happen. Plus, it was a very secret mission. We flew very, very low and very, very fast. But it was a very dangerous part of the mission. Getting in and getting out, too, equal. We went in identical, we took an identical route. We met with gunfire coming in, but it was local gunfire. That gunfire was immediately terminated. These people are amazing. They had the gunfire terminated immediately, meaning they were shot from the airships.
I'm trying to understand the timing. You talked earlier, several weeks about pulling troops out, and then troops were put back in, and then, I'm trying to understand the timing of when this operation...
Well, I'll tell you, from the first day I came to office, and now we're getting close to 3 years, I would say, where's al-Baghdadi? I want al-Baghdadi. And we would kill terrorist leaders, but they were names I never heard of. They were names that weren't recognizable, and they weren't the big names. Some good ones, some important ones, but they weren't the big names. I kept saying, where's al-Baghdadi? And a couple of weeks ago, they were able to scope him out. These people are very smart. They're not into the use of cell phones anymore. They're very technically brilliant. They use the internet better than almost anybody in the world, perhaps other than Donald Trump. But they use the internet incredibly well. And what they've done with the internet through recruiting and everything, and that's why he died like a dog, he died like a coward. He was whimpering, screaming, and crying. And frankly, ISIS is honoring President Obama. He is the founder of ISIS. He founded ISIS. And I would say the co-founder would be crooked Hillary Clinton.
یک جنایتکار قسی القلب، کسی که این همه سختی و مرگ رو برای دنیا برمغان آورده، به طرز خشنی حذف شد. او هرگز دیگر نخواهد یک مرد، زن یا کودک بیگناهی رو آسیب بزنه. او مثل یک سگ مرد. او مثل یک بزدل مرد. امروز دنیا یک جای بسیار امن‌تری هست. خداوند ایالات متحده را مشمول رحمت خودش قرار بده. متشکرم.